brought to you by Glass of Juice.
Oh,
Yeah. Well, welcome in.
that is my hand motion. I've wiped my hands with this week. So, yeah, it's remember I said in well, welcome everybody to football. We're in week 11.
He's so out of sorts.
I'm ready to just fire in and get it out the way. It's like, all right, week 11, right? Week 11.
Yeah, it is.
Um,
You poor fucking guy.
as the four leagues that I was talked about, I was in different spots and all over. I find it eerily, well, not eerily strange, but I find it very crazy that now I'm at an exact record standpoint in pretty much
No shit,
every
really.
league in your league. I'm 5-5, and in the two leagues I've shitted the bed on, I'm 3-7. So it's like,
Oh, okay. I thought you somehow
landed,
got 5. Okay. All right.
like, no, I'm 3-7 in those two leagues, 5-5 in these two, and pretty much it's like there's almost they play out exactly the same almost. I mean, same thing like I had the quarterback by McGadden in this league, and I had the same thing in that league. I mean, I had Jalen Hurts and the Eagles and the defense go down. So, I was dealing with a spot shift or whatever, how you say, makeshift lineup in that league. Same thing here, and same quarterback I got off the waiver, and I got
went Heineke in both leagues.
In both leagues,
motherfucker.
In both leagues, I basically got stiffed out of Josh Dobbs in both of them. It was like Josh Dobbs was the only one there, wanted them in both. The dude that had the waiver before me snagged them. Your son snagged them in this one. And the other guy snagged them in the other. It's like, and I almost got similar players, like Connor coming off IR. I mean, it's kind of the same type of thing. And it's like I'm at 5-5 in both of these leagues where I'm in sixth place in both of them. And so here's a turning point. It's either I'm turning for the worse, turning for, trying to make a run to the back door of the playoffs. It's looking bad. I've accepted it. And in the other two leagues, I'm way out of those, but I don't even really care.
You mentally checked. Yeah, you mentally checked out like 5 weeks ago on them some bitches. So
this week I went 1-3. Basically, I lost two leagues I give a fuck about. One league I don't, and then the other one I won, and I didn't really care. I scored the most points in that league to arrive at 3-7. So yeah, I'm checked out. Just one of those years, man. I mean, it's never really happened to me like this before, where I've had this worst luck that I've had, but here we are.
Well, I mean, I don't think you're anywhere near out of it. I think you're still. I think.
I do.
I mean, look, you saw what Timmy
did. You don't have to give me a motherfucking participation trophy
no, it's
Special
not that.
Olympics on the back. I'm good, man. I'm fine. You
don't
have to give me the benefit of the doubt or none of that shit. I mean, I simply just cannot score. Like, I can't.
What did Tim do last week or last year? Tim did some. He needed to win, and like three other people needed to lose in order for him to get in, and he got in.
He still looked like he was on the up and up. He seemed like he was progressing. I'm digressing, going backward. So it's not happening. And like I said, little signs, like I told you last week, little signs that point to, hey, you got the juice. I mean, here you are, Noah Brown, 2 weeks in a row. You put up 40 plus. I mean, stuff like that, not being able to get Josh Dobbs, not even cracking 200 or 199, like little stupid signs of just shit just ain't meant to be. So I've come to accept it. Something happens and I get into the back door, that's fine. If it don't, oh well. I mean,
this dude's over here talking like he had a cancer diagnosis. Golly.
I mean, hey, I'm passionate about my teams, and this year ain't happening. I mean, Just
See,
not even fantasy, just my life, period. Like this is probably my 45-year campaign. This is the worst year I'm going through. So, and that's on every facet that it has. That's independent of football. That's just big
right.
changes. I
Yeah,
mean, lots
his
of
dick
changes.
don't.
I have a different place that I'm living.
Yeah.
Job has changed, and that happened before. I mean, but it's in 45-year campaign, hands down, not even close. This is the worst, and
So this
it's
is
spilling
this
over.
is this your
It's
Kenny
spilling
Pickett
over in
era?
every which way it can. I'm just trying to get through it. Now I'm like, man, it looked like it's gonna go out with a bang. So now I'm just trying to sneak past people until 2024 comes, so I can try to see if something else is gonna happen because this is the worst of the 45 campaign.
So this is your Kenny Pickett era, basically. Okay.
For all my years, I've never had a combination of so many unfortunate things happen to me in 1 year than it has in 2023. Hands down.
Hmm.
And this fantasy season is just kind of the cherry to solidify that reasoning.
But you know what? Knowing you though, like what's going to end up happening is you're going to be stronger for it. I mean, not the fantasy thing. Fuck you and your fantasy team.
Yeah, I don't
But
give a
like,
shit. Yeah, I'm saying I understand that. I mean, I hear you, but you know that's fine for the future me. But for right now,
oh yeah,
I don't
I
give a
get it.
fuck about that logic and that thinking. I just don't. Right now, I'm in it, going through it, and that's all you could tell me right now. I don't really care about the future, and fuck the past because it's already done happened, and I'm knee deep in it. But let's get back to
Well,
football. I don't want to make
yeah,
it clear. This is an
I
X
was
and O type of subject. I'm
right.
just letting you know that like this is I'm accepting. Like I'm not one of those people that if let's suppose there's an end of a game or something like that, and there's only a minute left. I'm not one of those people that's super optimistic. Like, oh my god, we still got a chance to win it. No, I've accepted it. Like, hey, we're most likely gonna lose this game, and that's the type of person I've always been. And it's the writing on the wall, gone. So yeah, football. Go ahead, what happened in your week? I mean, you pretty much um, solid, pretty solid, right? Even without Jalen
Yeah,
Hurts.
yeah. I won.
What's his
I
name? Goff went crazy, right?
Goff and
Gino
Gino
didn't
look
do
real good.
shit, huh?
No, Gino looked good. Gino looked good. I got
Oh, yeah, yeah. He got what, 2 touchdowns or something like that?
yeah, yeah, yeah. I think
Okay.
I got 60 out of both of them, or right
Oh,
around it.
okay. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. I got good old fashioned. What did I got? I think I got like 14 points out of Heineke or something. And then he didn't even finish the game. So
Right, yeah, getting hurt. So I'm just like,
uh,
um, well,
overall, I mean, after going through a quarterback, not just a Bamageddon, a quarterback Bamageddon. I've never had that
yeah,
happen where all my
yeah,
quarterbacks go down on the same week. Well, are all on the bye on the same week in multiple leagues. Never more happy to see him come back. Man, it's
yeah.
wonderful to see him in my lineup. It's like, that looks good. that
Oh
looks
yeah.
good.
I mean, there's nothing better than like making it through a Bamageddon, and if you're able to get a win, that's even better. But like getting past it, you're like, okay,
Yep. Sort of like that whole, remember you said on, I don't think it was on here because we talk football on here, but he was like, you kind of appreciate being sick to
yeah,
kind of appreciate getting well. That's my
right,
fantasy teams were sick yesterday last week, and
yeah,
it's like now I'm like, okay, I mean, it doesn't solve everything, but now I'm
no.
like, okay, at least I can at least count on that.
I mean, for what it's worth, I'm still very scared of your team. Like, even though your backbone is your quarterbacks, I don't want to play you. I just don't. Like,
Yeah. Okay. we'll see what you say next week when we do play. You're gonna be like, I can't wait to whoop this dude. What the fuck is you talking about? You want revenge for what? What was that? Week 3? Yeah. I mean, your son already got revenge. That's another thing that cracked me up. That's another thing that let me know it was the writing was on the wall. This dude had like 3 Dallas receivers that didn't fucking score the whole fucking year, but they went fucking ham sandwich this week. Brandon Cooks had 40-something point. Brandon fucking Cooks. Really?
It's the dumbest thing because I'm sitting there thinking like, you guys aren't really going to be chucking the ball. Like we even talked about that. I'm like, I won't even touch
Every
anybody.
one of his Dallas players had 20 plus. Even Michael Gallup got a garbage touchdown at the end. I was just like, damn, that's just a fucking super fuck you. Like, damn, okay. That was funny. Hilarious to me. So, it is what it is.
I was a little disappointed with ETN, but I also saw he got game scripted out because I was excited because that was the first week I got to play him because I traded for him and I was like, okay, cool. And then I'm sitting here looking at I traded for Monty and I'm like, first 2 tight ends go
to
Well, the only reason he went crazy because he had a 75-yard Gallup.
Right,
end zone. Other than that, Gibbs was getting it. I'm like, I make a mistake
you lucked out with them damn Houston receivers. Like nobody's seen. I mean, people slightly seen Tank Dell. Nobody's seen fucking Noah Brown.
I traded for Tank Dell, man. I knew he had the juice, but Noah Brown, I trade my left leg twice.
I mean,
could not even.
Depends on what he do. That could be a potential waiver wire pickup of the year if he continue to keep going on this pace.
Oh, he's not. Once Nico's back, Tank goes down.
Nico was there last year.
I'm sorry, not Tank. Not Tank.
Noah Brown went crazy and Nico was there last week. So I just think CJ Stroud is amazing. Like the dude is
fun to watch.
He's in the MVP race. Like we ain't talking about just rookie quarterback. Like he got all the rookie quarterbacks beat hands down. He got all the 2-year quarterbacks beat hands down.
Right.
This dude is in the MVP conversation for the entire league. Like, what rookie has you ever
heard of Texans?
Done? I mean, he even made fucking the Singletary dude that was allergic to the end zone. He even made him score and look productive. It's like, what is up with this shit?
I don't know on my side. Like I'm waiting for the shoe to drop. Like let's put it this way. So if the wide receiver room is healthy and they got Tank, they got Nico, they got Noah, they got Bobby Trees, that and then you throw Schultz in
Bobby
there too.
Trees
It's like
is an afterthought. He is no longer in the rotation. He really is. Nope. He is no longer in the rotation. That dude is like, he's like, you don't watch the Steelers, but if you did watch him, he's like Allen Robinson, where he's just a veteran dude that runs Allen Robinson didn't catch one fucking pass in that game, but I seen him damn near every play running in motion, back and forth.
He played 102% of snaps.
Yeah, the cardio king of the week. I mean, he ain't doing a damn thing, and that's Bobby Trees now. Yep, them young kids have taken over.
So would you, let me ask you this, like, even though it's only been 2 weeks of production, would you pretty much stick with Noah Brown till he disappoints you?
He's locked in until otherwise. It's almost like, okay, you know me and my goofy ass analogies. I don't know. Like, I learned that closing this certain door causes the heat bill to go down, and I'm going to keep doing that. And I'm going to keep seeing if the heat bill goes down until the heat bill comes back high. So because if you don't do that, you're going to kick yourself in the ass if you sit him down because you trying to predict when he won't be productive, and then you're gonna look
Right.
at the points on the bench and you gonna fucking be ready to sock yourself. So, and I'd rather trot him out there because he showed consistency and then he lay an
Yeah.
egg than to fucking not trot him out there
And
because
see
I feel
40
like
on your
I can
bench.
predict that he's not going to be consistent. And then, you know, I mean,
You're
is
looking
the
at
reward
40.
good if you do sit him down and he don't produce? I mean, sometimes you say, man, I knew to sit him, you know, but
Right.
not the fire tear he's on now. You'd be a fool. I mean, unless you just got so many great players that you just don't have any room for them. I mean, and I very seriously doubt that if you trotting out fucking 900 tight ends, you got room for Noah Brown to eat up one of them slots.
Now, in my defense, I'm only starting 2 tight ends this week, but fair. So it actually would have been 1, but Zay Jones wanted to go ahead and beat the shit out of somebody. So
that dude ain't did shit since week 1. He scored 1 touchdown, and
I get it.
I mean, I read his little thing on Yahoo, and they was like, "We'd be surprised if he suit up again." And I'm in total agreement. I'd be surprised.
Listen,
if
I read that and I was like,
him out at all.
Yeah. Interesting little thing that happened today. Ken Dorsey got fired, so I don't know if that makes.
Buffalo game was fucking. I mean, we texted. It was horrific.
It was bad, like, man.
I'm almost glad Denver won because Buffalo should have been lost that game. Like Buffalo gave the ball over to Denver so many times that Denver should have blew them the fuck out. But Denver is Denver, so somehow Buffalo still had a chance to win it. But I'm glad they lost that game. Like Buffalo's Super Bowl window is about that big now. It used to be at least. You know, a little bit open, but Cincinnati shut that thing last year. They blew them the fuck out at their own house in the snow. So Buffalo's best shot at the Super Bowl was that crazy Kansas City game where somehow Kansas City scored with like 30 seconds left, and Buffalo's Super Bowl window is closed. I mean, it's over. It's over.
Like it really is a weird team. You think about it. They got Josh, they got Diggs, they got Kincaid, and that's it. And
Gabe is just like, he refuses to be consistent. He refuses to be consistent. And they refuse to run Cook consistently. They keep bringing in motherfucking Murray or some clown. And he fumbled, and they put him in the doghouse. But you only doghouse certain players. Like, I mean, I don't know.
Yeah.
No, Buffalo just never had that back, and now that they finally got a back that's consistent, they want to treat them like they did Singletary. So, and then Zach Moss. Remember, Zach Moss was there. Everybody thought Zach Moss just couldn't get right. He goes to Indy, and he's a fucking monster. So, it's fucking wrong with Buffalo and how they employ their backs.
Well, I think that's where the OC firing came into play. So, I'm interested to see kind of how that goes. Like, there is I'm hoping. I mean, obviously biased, but to this, but I'm hoping maybe an OC change will get Babe the Gabe, Gabe the Babe, Grape the Babe, Grave the Babe. I don't know. Give him something. Like, because I trot him out.
Every time, man, it's like every time I say, enough of this shit, I'm sitting you down. He goes crazy, and it's like.
What did he do? What did he even put up in our league here? Hold on, let me see.
He put up like 9 or something. Nothing crazy.
Really? That's it? Ugh. Fucking gross.
Well, that's 9 in some other league. I don't know. In your league, probably like 12 or something.
No, I only put up 10. So fucking nothing.
And then look at his stats before. Like, he's probably only had like 3 pop-off weeks. The rest.
Well, here, I'll read them off.
Into it, and this dude has 7 weeks of fucking shit. And 3 weeks of pop-off.
I'll read them off from going from week 1 to 10. 6, 29, 10, 16, 27, 3, 1, 26, 0, 10. Fuck this guy.
Yeah.
Golly. Like it's really like
You
feast,
keep trotting
famine,
out there because
and
you were afraid to sit them down, and it's like,
right.
yeah, I hate players
And
like
then
that.
knowing that there's a new OC, now you're like almost forced because you're like, I don't know what's gonna happen. I don't want to sit there and sit him, and then all of a sudden he's like the new Diggs for the week, and it's like,
Well, I mean, it's same old goofy ass analogies. It's like, hey, there's another party this weekend, and you want to be a part of it. Like you ain't gonna just
right,
keep like, okay, all right, oh, it's gonna be a new party with a new host, and they having all new drinks, and you don't want to be people be telling you on Monday about how great the fucking party was, and you didn't have nothing to do with it, so you almost obligated to go to this fucking party, like you
and
have to.
I've been obligated for the last 10 weeks as well, and I'm just like,
You going to these shitty ass
some
parties every once in a
sometimes you
while, right when you ready to say I ain't going back to these shitty ass parties. It be the night of your life. You have a blast.
sometimes you sometimes you get laid, and
Yep.
other
So
other
soon as
other
you ready to
times you
check
cry
out,
yourself to sleep.
soon as you ready to check out, that be the party where every girl is coming up to you and give you the wink, wink, and motherfucking bitches is getting in line to fuck you. You know what I mean? And it's like, damn, I don't want to miss that party. But 9 times out of 10, that party ain't like that. It's a bunch of fucking dudes, and one
Right.
dude brought his girl, and all y'all doing is listening to fucking music and playing silly ass drinking games.
I've unfortunately gone to a lot of those parties. God damn it! Like you said that, I'm like, oh, this is nostalgic, I guess.
I
Gross.
mean, that's the same thing that's happened to me as far as going out to clubs. Like, if I go out, if I go out, maybe say 20 times in a year, maybe 16 of those times is shitty.
Yeah.
But every time I'm ready to just give up, I have that one fucking, I'm the fucking mayor. I can say what I want, dance with any bitch I want. One of the greatest times of my life. And that's what keeps you coming back. That is the crack that
Yep.
keeps you coming back. That one out of fucking 16 times keeps you coming back. Crazy.
You know what we should do at the end of the year? We should come up with some awards. Like Gabe Davis may be like the Doug Baldwin Award.
One of
Huh.
the most volatile. And then another thing that you don't want, not only do you not want to see him pop the fuck off on your bench, you definitely don't want to drop him, see him pop the fuck off on somebody else's team, which is 20 times worse. It's like,
How weird of a
I've seen
sentence
that
is
plenty of times this year where I'm like, you sat on my motherfucking team. And John Smith, I just told you he did it. You
yeah.
sat on my team and gave me a 6, a fucking 4, a fucking 8. I fucking got it fed up with your shit. You dropped 36 the very next week. Like, what?
I'm gonna say a real gross sentence. Gabe Davis is not droppable.
You can't. You can't.
Like
The
how
minute
fucking
you
gross
drop
is
them,
that?
the
Like I
minute you
can't
drop them,
drop him. I
motherfuckers
can't
will
bench
clamor
him.
and grab them. Yeah.
Like he would be the number one waiver pickup of the week.
Oh,
Absolutely.
absolutely. You would get called all types of just like you call whoever you fucking clown for dropping Kerwin Williams. You would get
Right.
called that fucking clown that dropped Gabe Davis. And
Mm, gross.
speaking
Oh
of
God.
him, is he coming back this week?
Who?
You're Sherwin Williams.
Yeah. No. Well, he might be back, but I think they're aiming for week 12. So I'm gonna get one more week out of Henderson, and then I'm gonna drop him, and then Sherman Williams is gonna go paint the town red. No.
He was ridiculously productive. Trust me.
I didn't even look at this here. Hold on. I meant to do this, and I was just busy watching the Pens game and all that other fun stuff.
What?
I don't. I want to see who's on bye this week.
Well, I don't even know, but I tell you one thing: the primetime games ain't that bad. Not this week.
Got Monday. I might try to fuck Monday. So the bye weeks are the Falcons, inconsequential. The Saints, inconsequential, pretty much. Patriots, who? The Colts. That sucks. But so it's only 4, so it's a normal looking bye week, so that's good. Who's the Thursday game here? Let's see.
Cincinnati, Baltimore.
Oh yeah.
That's what I said. The prime time, and then the Monday night is Kansas City Eagles. I mean, the prime time flipped the switch from last week being as shitty as it can be to this
Sunday night.
Sunday night is Minnesota, Denver. I mean, I got skin in the game. I mean, it probably ain't gonna be the greatest game, but Josh Dobbs was pretty exciting. But I got skin in the game on both sides. So
I don't anymore. Yeah, I have
you don't got nobody, huh? Yeah, you got rid of Addison
and Madison earlier in the year. Yeah,
yeah, you got no skin.
And I wasn't touching Denver with your dick, so nope.
Yeah, I got skin with both of them. I got Williams. I got stupid ass Judy. I got fucking Hawkinson. I even got
Judy's your Gabe Davis.
Yeah, he continues to fuck me hard. Really.
I'm gonna absolutely put that in a reel, and I'm not gonna put any context to it.
Do not cut that up. Do not cut that up. Somebody listening will be like, "What the
fuck?" They're going footballs deep.
Yep.
So yeah, all right. So the bye weeks. I don't know. I mean, unless you got Johnny Taylor, and Pity, it's not really. I mean, Olave isn't really
at all. I mean, I wasn't. No Patriots. I mean, I got Hunter Henry, but I'm about to drop him.
Yeah. Olave is a big bust, and Olave has been a huge bust. And I'm
don't have
super
to deal
happy.
with fucking Shaheed shenanigans and shit. You see, Jameis got in and just Jameis got in and immediately starts.
Yes!
This dude, I told you, he comes into a room and just starts shooting. He don't care if it's his own fucking players. He just starts shooting people like, I don't give a fuck. He just starts shooting. He don't ask no questions. Jameis is fucking hilarious. I'm pissed at Hart trying to come back. Like, let Jameis finish this season.
That's what I'm saying. That sucks. Like, I mean, you don't want to see anybody get hurt or whatever, but it's like, damn, like you wish you kind of got hurt last week, so at least you can get a week of Jameson in there. Just fucking go, man.
Yeah.
Throw for 4 bills. Throw like 2 pick sixes.
Yeah.
It's all fine.
And just keep throwing it till there's fucking there ain't no till there's zeros left on the clock. Motherfucking Jameis is the type of motherfucker that is. The game is over and they already lost. He's still out there motherfucking chucking.
He's throwing at halftime. He's in the fucking locker room chucking it.
He in there throwing passes to motherfucking cheerleaders. He don't give a shit. I'm telling you.
Oh man.
That dude don't give a flying fuck. I love him for it now. It's like when he was with Tampa, I'd be like, man, what is you doing, man? Fucking have some reservation. Now it's like I'll enjoy it. I'm like, Jameis, go fucking ham.
Yeah. Oh, I know what I want to look up because I thought this was an interesting little thing here. Hold on. I want to look up somebody's schedule. Hold on. We're gonna do.
Congratulations on you finally got your top spot. You like 300 points above the fucking next dude in line. I'm like, damn.
Yeah.
You've been scoring like crazy.
Yeah, I'm going a little.
Meanwhile, I'm like 300 points below the fifth place. And that's a motherfucker that ain't even been playing. This dude is in the playoff race and ain't even fucking playing.
Well, real quick, what I went to look up, the Buccaneers schedule because Lattimore got a high ankle sprain, and I'm like, anytime they play the Bucks, Mike Evans gets about 4 points, and that's about it. But they don't play till New Year's Eve, so he'll be back by then. But it's just something I saw. I'm like, because I know we don't really focus on defenses, but like that's that like epic matchup that's kind of known always, where it's like he's his bitch a little bit. Like if he doesn't get shut down, he gets ejected. One of the two. Like
Yeah.
that's
They
they
fought.
either
They fought plenty of times. They're like nemesis to each other. Yeah.
and watch. I bet they're like best friends too. Like
Probably.
his first name's kid is Marshall, and it's like yeah, okay, there we go. So yeah, I'm not really worried about the bye weeks. It's not really an exciting thing. It's much different than last week where every good team was on bye. Now these other teams where it's like, okay.
You said the next big one is there not till week 13, probably.
I believe so. Here, let me look. All right. NFL bye weeks. Let's see. All
I
right.
know the Bills was on one. Yeah, that week 13 of it.
Yeah. Oh god. Yeah. There's none. There's none next week because fucking logic. Week 13 is Ravens, Bills, Bears, Raiders, Vikings, Giants.
Ravens and
So
Bills have the most impact. The rest of those teams,
yeah,
fuck them.
yeah, pretty much. It's just more of a numbers game. But if you're employing like a lot of players from those other teams, then you're probably not in it at that point. So it doesn't really matter.
Yeah.
But yeah. Hey, thanks for the shout out, man. I appreciate it. Definitely. I'm pretty happy to be alone in first. I'm not tied for first or anything like that. The record is separated, so I actually had to beat the number one player last week, and
Yeah.
I will not deflect, but I whooped that ass a little bit. So, huh?
No, I said yeah. I mean, it wasn't close or anything. So
Yeah,
basically,
there was no sweat or nothing there. Yeah,
yeah. I mean, on any given Sunday, and you see yourself trending past 200 and on your way to 250, you should start feeling good unless you got somebody that's nipping at your heels. Like um, you was playing ball. That was probably your biggest
yeah,
sweat.
yeah. Oh,
Well, I mean,
absolutely.
since your trades and all that, that's probably been your biggest sweat.
Oh, I mean, no, the whole season that absolutely was it. Like that was about a 3 point differential, which really in a normal league that's like a 0.5, I would say.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
I won by a dick hair. So
A short and curly. You
yeah,
got it, Bob. One short and curly.
yeah.
Yeah.
Um, yeah, you're in a good place for like midway through the 4 o'clock games. You're setting your lineup for the next week.
Yeah.
You're like, let me just fucking just see what I'm looking at here. All right, good deal. Yeah.
I haven't done that shit since last year.
um. So let's talk about Thursday and kind of get out because I don't think we really need to like. There's not a ton to talk about. Like you guys have seen all the recaps. You know what happened. We're not that type of show. There's nothing. Not gonna break down the games that happened. That's boring to me. You
I
want to do
mean,
that? Go watch
any surprises out of the week that just passed?
Noah Brown. Honestly, like first of all, Noah Brown looks like a fucking tight end. That dude's like gigantic.
He used to play for Dallas, and to me, he always looked like CD Lamb's copy or his like stunt double when they was playing for Dallas. So it was just like I don't know. Did Dallas just let another good receiver out of the building, or
Doubtful.
that CJ Stroud knows how to get it to him? And
I think that's more of the case, man. I think he's a victim of circumstance. Well, not a victim of circumstance, but whatever the inverse of that is.
yeah, not a victim, but a winner of circumstance.
Yeah, for lack of a better term, yeah. Like he's
Yeah.
just like he is just there, and he had like a $160 last week. I'm like, what the fuck are you doing? Who are you?
Yeah. And he's not. I mean, when I see the highlights, I don't really see him doing anything spectacular. Like he's not jumping
Nope.
over folks or catching it on top of people's helmets and mossing people. He just
He's doing some.
he's standing there wide the fuck open, and he's catching it and getting some yak, some
He's
yards
doing
after
some Kelsey.
catch.
He's doing Kelsey shit. Really, that's what he's
Yeah, we
doing.
already talked about Kelsey's like a playground. It's like he's not doing anything spectacular. He's just hey man, run to the car and make a left, and that's what Kelsey's routes are, and he gets open. I don't understand it.
I mean, how do you defend somebody that's not really doing anything that you can really count on? Like that's kind of what we're at with that. It's just like go there and sit. Okay, boss. All right. And then he's just like, I'm gonna run down that way. It's fucking just keeps doing it. It's like they can't stop it. I'm like, I'm not mad about it. But
Thing, no surprise, like you said, Noah Brown. No major waiver pickups to me. Like I don't really see anybody out there that I'm, clamoring over. Or
I mean, I got a few people I got my eye on for the morning, but if it's one of those things, if I don't get them, I'm not going to be broken up about it. But I would like to have them on the lineup.
What do you think about the running back in Baltimore or whatever? Because I thought he was just a 1 week wonder, but
we said that. We talked about it. Yeah, don't trust that shit. Next week it'll be Gus Edwards.
Well, Gus still got his too. Trust me, I was playing your son. He still Gus got his too.
And I was actually playing the Miller guy, so I'm like, oh, cool. It's the same old story with them, man. Who knows? Whose week is it going to be?
Yeah. What's the name? Didn't perform that well. Andrews. He didn't have a good game.
He didn't have to. They were just running all over him. Like, well.
But they ended up still losing that game. That was weird. Like, they dominated that whole game, and then all of a sudden, Cleveland's like tied it up, and I'm like, is this for real? Like, next thing you know, Cleveland ended up winning the game. I'm like, what? And then the Steelers, I almost hate that they keep winning. It's like they're a team that is going to mail it in, but somehow they keep coming up with these amazing wins that they are not supposed to be 6-3. I don't believe them in any way.
We are 6-3, and we should be 0-9. That's kind of like it is the ugliest successful.
They've gotten outgained in every game, and they're somehow 6-3. Like I don't understand.
It's like, look,
for the Tomlin haters, myself included, finally this year, because it keeps showing that somehow he know how to fucking pull it out. I don't know what's going on here. I really don't.
He has dick pics of the devil or some shit. I don't know.
The devil give a fuck about his rep.
like watching this team is so confusing. It's like seeing like Pee Wee Herman picking up like fucking dimes. It's like the fuck?
Yeah.
No, you shouldn't be able to do that.
It is the weirdest shit. Like my boy from Philly, he was just like, how the fuck are y'all 6-3? He's like, y'all got outgained in every game. And I'm like, it's the ugliest shit I've ever witnessed in my whole life. Like, I don't understand it. Like, think of the shit show that's going on either in Denver or even with the Jets. Can you imagine watching Zach Wilson do what the fuck he do all night and then they somehow keep winning it? It would be like, what the fuck is going on?
It's a Gabe Davis situation. It's exactly. It's fucked because it's fucked up. It's like I want to see him fail because I want people to see exactly what like he brings to the table, and he's technically failing, except he makes like 2 throws. I saw somebody on Twitter say some shit, and I just wanted to be like, "You narrative goofy motherfucker." They were like, the only person without less than 5 turnovers in the league is Kenny Pickett. I'm like, because the motherfucker throws 3 yards away from the line of scrimmage, and unless you're playing like press man coverage and you jump the route, you ain't throwing a pick. Secondly, when he throws it downfield, it's about 5 to 7 yards away from anybody that has a pulse. So you're not picking that shit off either. But like the narrative that this town has like built around him, like he's some kind of fucking demigod, like he saves puppies and like is the
again, I don't know what
I don't get
versus
it,
you
man.
be in, but like everybody I know is feeling. They say the same thing. I'm like, I have no idea how they win. Like they all.
Yeah.
Nobody's sucking Kenny Pickett's dick as far as I've seen. As far as everyone's saying he's fucking terrible, and they have no idea. They're just as dumbfounded as I am that they're somehow winning.
Well,
And
I must be seeing a bunch of super
yeah,
homers
you
because
you are
like
in the Twitterverse with the dick riders because
yeah.
I don't see it. You know, I mean,
Because it's
everyone
so
is good for the bad.
frustrating because they can't even like follow logic and like they're so emotionally invested. I'm like, dude, look at the
One
fucking
thing I will say
stats,
about
man.
that Green Bay game, you can't keep blaming the offensive line because the running game, it was there. As slow as
And
Najee Harris is, it was there. And fucking Jalen Warren was running. So they were
dude,
running. They definitely
can we just
that
stop
new
with
tackle, that
Najee?
Roderick Jones,
Yeah,
he's pretty athletic. I've definitely seen him on a few blocks where he would hit the block and then he would catch the second level and hit another block. So I'm like, okay, that's a pretty decent pick.
I'm just saying, be done with fucking Najee too. Enough with him. Like,
Yes, I'm
the,
sick of them. It's like I said, until they employ the 1A or first string, second string, Jalen Warren has got to be your first string back. Najee is your spell back, not the other way around. I don't know why
yeah.
they continue to employ it the other way around.
Well, he has the dick pics of Tomlin's dick pics with the Satan dick pics. That's what happened.
He said inception of dick pics. So
Right.
3 different levels of dick
Basically.
pics underneath the dick pics underneath the dick pics.
And what you don't know is Matt Canada has his dick pics of all the dick pics on his, and he actually has them tattooed on his dick. So it's just a whole, like, yeah. But yeah,
No surprises. But yeah, getting into the Baltimore and Cincinnati game.
That should be fun, man.
Even though it's a Thursday game, but still, you got two teams that's at the top of the division that lost unexpectedly. Cincinnati just lost to C.J. Stroud and his fucking,
magic
surprising circus that he's bringing to the NFL. And then you got Baltimore who lost on a last minute bullshit to Cleveland. So they're going to be fired up. They're going to be pissed off. And it should be a good game. And it's a divisional game. So
yeah, I feel like this is going to be probably a low scoring, hard hitting game. Running game's going to be kind of paramount. Obviously biased on my side. I would love to see Andrews get involved. Actually, I was talking to somebody else. I think it was I don't remember what it was. I don't remember who it was exactly. But I would love to see Mark Andrews on a pass heavy offense. Would love to see how that would look for him. Because he's on a run first offense, kind of like, that's kind of their MO.
You don't think he would kind of get overlooked or overpassed? Like if you put him in Miami's offense. Oh my God.
Right. I'm like, you shut your retarded ass up. Well, don't
I
say
know.
that.
I just told you that's all Miami needs to complete their roster. But I mean, if you put him on like Buffalo.
Yeah. You see what they're doing with Kincaid? Yeah. Keep going.
Yeah.
I'm waiting to see your idea fall.
Yeah. There is no offense that could just somehow ignore him. Like the Eagles offense. Maybe.
When Goddard is healthy, he gets play.
Yeah.
Keep going. Like there isn't a situation where you can't put him on a pass heavy offense where it's not gonna work. Now, obviously you can't say like fucking God, what's her name? Fucking Mahomes, KC. You can't put him there because that's just, obviously Kelsey's there. And,
That's probably the only situation, yeah.
Right, but like if you, what's another
even the Eagles though, I still don't see him shining. I mean, I understand that Goddard gets his shine, but he still gets overshadowed by the two receivers and the running game and Jalen.
He does. No, I mean, look, you're not wrong there. but I also kind of feel like they're almost they're just so play action heavy too. So yeah, I would say maybe that would be the only one. Um, maybe Dallas, but they've been using Fergie the fuck out of him. They've
Yeah.
been loving Fergie.
Dallas to me still don't have a second wide receiver, so
yeah, I mean he would be the number 2 and the 3.
yeah. No, I mean if you pull Laporte out of that Detroit offense,
can you
and put
imagine him
him
on
in there, that's
Cincy?
the same thing, huh?
Put him on Cincy. Think about that. Like, you imagine having
He would probably be
Mark
overlooked a
Andrews.
little bit in Cincy. Yeah.
You think? Oh, they don't have any underneath options like that, man. You imagine having Higgins, Chase, and then Andrews underneath just fucking wrecking shit. And
Well,
knowing
they
Mixon
kind
goes out
of
of the
use a
flat.
lot of their running backs, the mixing and running backs out
Yeah.
of the backfield, so he would get less targets. He would. So Cincy, yeah. I mean, I don't know. Cincy ain't never really had a tight end that shined, though. So, yeah.
Oh, there was one. Who the fuck was it? What was his name?
Hayden Hurst? No.
No.
CJ
Oh my.
Uzama?
No, it was before him. Oh God, I'll get it for the next show. I'm not gonna he and haw over it,
What do
but
you mean, before Joe Burrow?
I don't know if it was before.
Since Joe Burrow's been there, I don't even remember
It
Uzama.
may have been like right before him.
Okay. Andy Dalton. It was a tight end that he used to go to.
I'll
Not
have to.
ringing a bell.
I'll have to look it up. It's gonna bother me, but
Yeah.
they had somebody where I'm just like, oof, yeah, you are.
I know his name. Dang, tight end from Notre Dame. What the fuck was his name? He used to get hurt all the time though, and that's what ended his career.
It's not
Oh
Tyler.
my God! Now you got me on it. I know exactly. He was like a premier tight end. Like he was in top 5. Like you would draft him in the top 5. What the fuck was his name?
Fuck, let's just do it. Come on.
Yeah, go ahead. Yeah. He was from Notre Dame. He was a tight end out of Notre Dame. I cannot. Kelsick? No, not Kelsick. That's it.
All right.
Something Rat-a-chat. Some crazy.
Rat-a-tat-tat. Yeah.
Yeah. He was definitely a premier tight end. And, he could single-handedly win you games. Yeah.
Tyler Eifert. There it is.
Tyler Eifert.
Tyler Eifert.
Eifert. Yep.
I was thinking, I was like, Tyler Croft, that ain't it. And I was like, it's something that, yeah. Tyler Eifert. Yeah, he was that fucking dude.
Yeah, he was. Yep. You're right.
Mm-hmm.
That was since he did have a premier tight end.
Yeah.
But that was pre-Burrow, though. That was Dalton.
That was Dalton, like right towards the end, yeah. But I don't know. I would just like to kind of see it. Like it's kind of that fantasy booking type of deal, but it would just be interesting to see him be kind of featured, kind of like how he used to be. Like, because that's when they didn't have any receivers. They're like, okay.
I know. It's like, okay, Zay Flowers fell off of a map. I mean, but, seemed like Lamar ain't quick to go. Like, it used to be Andrews first.
Yep.
And then anybody else that can get open when Andrews is triple cover. Now it seemed like Lamar is going to Flowers first. Then he might even come back to, I ain't going to say Odell. I mean, I guess Andrews is still the second read. But it seemed like it's Flowers, then maybe a dump off out the backfield, and then Andrews. It's like, damn. Whereas 2-3 years ago, it was Andrews and Andrews only.
Yeah.
If Lamar is 4 passing it, it's going to Mark Andrews.
Now, I mean, with that being said, I'm still very happy I drafted Andrews in the 3rd round. Like, I would not.
Yeah, no, he's not a bust. This is not Gabe Davis fucking land or anything like that. So,
I mean, once again,
he doesn't show up.
I mean, you think about it as a tight end. I mean, you just breaking down what he's done this year, right? By no means has he been disappointing. I mean, week 1 doesn't count because he was out, but these are tight end numbers, so keep that in mind. From week 2 on, 17, 8, 27, 14, 12, 24, 16, 18, and he had 6 last week. It
Double
looks like
digits almost every week.
right.
So he's anti Gabe Davis. Instead of he's the exact opposite. Instead of a down week here and there, like he's productive pretty much with a down week here and there. Gabe Davis is shitty all the time with a productive week here and there.
Yeah.
So he's the exact opposite. So yeah.
I mean, and I guess it's me being a little bit I don't want to
Greedy?
say selfish, but yeah, I mean that's a good word for it. Thank you, Dick.
You already won by like 100, and you like, man, where's the other 10 points?
Look, there was a part of me where I'm like, you mean I'm not going to get 300 again? This is fucking horseshit.
It's like, and like I said, I haven't done it at all this year, but last year, it was like a game within myself. Like once I had already blew the opponent out, I was playing a game with myself. Like, man, what the fuck? It was the only way I could stay interested. Either that or I would look at a matchup where 2 motherfuckers is sweating their asses off.
I did the same fucking thing.
I used to love that shit. I used to be like, oh shit, they sweating like a motherfucker. But if it was me, I would be going against my own standards. Like, you think Monday night would come, even though I got the man already blown out by 100, you think Monday night would come and I wasn't paying attention to my player? Hell no. I'm trying to fucking maximize the scoring. Like, hey, man, where is it going? Like, I'm snapping as if the game is on the line. And it's not. So I definitely know that feeling. It was a wonderful feeling a long time ago.
I had zero reason to pay attention to that game, but I'm like, I mean, I was going against Diggs and Sutton, and I had Gabe, and I was up by like 90. And I'm just like, yo, catch the fucking ball, yo.
Like, why ain't y'all going to Gabe? You was snapping and shit.
For no reason. But it's that competitive spirit. That's why fantasy ain't for everybody, man. Like, if you ain't in it, you're not.
Remember we went back to, I think, for those of you who don't know, X's and O's, we do another show. And one of the what was it? What did we used to call them? The after party? No, we used to call them
the post game.
Yeah. On one of those post games,
that fell off quick, didn't it?
Yeah. One of those post games. Remember, we did a draft and I was just like, winning, the competitive spirit of win. Like, there's no greater feeling than that. It's just like that shit. That competitive spirit of winning would drive an old man out of retirement and come and I mean,
why do you think these old guys? I was gonna say, like, why do you find some of these old heads?
Why do you think Carson Wentz came back? You think Carson Wentz want to prove anything to anybody? He missed the camaraderie, the locker room, the winning, the atmosphere, and the high that it gives you. So yeah, it is definitely an emotion that that really touches deep.
Yeah, I wouldn't have it any other way, and I think that's why whenever the fantasy year is over, like there is an actual depression that happens. It's like
it really is. Like
shit.
Like there's a set in. Like I don't know. Some people it might take a couple weeks. For me, it's like that very next week. Soon as it's like the real NFL playoffs, and there's like no, don't get me wrong. It's always that last week that nobody counts. What is it, like week 18 or some shit like that?
Yeah.
That is the week where I probably still haven't processed that it's over. But then after that weekend, it goes into that wild card weekend. That is a depressing feeling. It's like, because you can't even set fantasy lineups if you wanted to.
You're over here writing on fucking notebook paper. Like
when I'm out of the real shit and we're doing the consies, I'm playing that shit to the fullest. But when when I don't have a roster and nobody to set, there is a feeling of slight depression that creeps in. It really is.
you're over here texting your friends, writing on fucking notebook paper, like, all right, man, my first round pick.
You like Winona Ryder on fucking Beetlejuice. You like, I am utterly alone. And you just ran like you were just and then that same depression turns into overjubilation right before the fucking fantasy draft. It's like, holy fuck, I can't wait.
It is literally, in every sense of the word, an emotional roller coaster in season and in the off season. And I can't imagine. It sounds fucking stupid, but I can't imagine my life without this being a part of my life.
Oh, I got a first hand. I ain't gonna say it first hand. I already knew, but I got a kind of a reminder. Okay. Remember, I told you my brother and all them came in or whatever, and it was Saturday and college football is on, and they're talking and they said the exact opposite of what I say. They was just like, man, I love college, man. The NFL, man, I could, run around and do some laundry because once the Steelers game is over, I ain't got shit to look forward to. And I'm like, I tried to plug into fantasy. I'm like, that is why I fucking play. Like, y'all, that was the biggest advertisement or the biggest endorsement from myself that I tried to nail down to them. Like, without this fantasy shit, I mean, life would be a lot different. And then the way I view my Sundays would be a lot different.
Fuck yeah, I would be like productive. I would be productive. On like Sundays,
Saturdays is my day that I'm doing laundry. I'm trying to waste time. I'm trying to get something done because fuck college football. But Sunday,
for
real. Sunday is like, man, I wake up and it's like I said, we've talked before. It's like little mini Christmases we get every week. Like, absolutely. And sometimes, I mean, don't get me wrong, this year, 5 times I've loved my toys and 5 times I've hated my toys. But it's still Christmas. Like, I don't hate Christmas because I got some bad toys or my toys didn't play well. You know what I'm saying? I still appreciate the process and the Christmas. It's like little mini Christmases every week. Every week.
Sundays, I get to be an absolute piece of garbage, and I get to neglect the wife, neglect the kids, neglect everything that's remotely important. I promise to do things that I don't do, and I'm like,
and I think Scott, with enough experience and enough time of people getting to know who I am, I no longer get bothered. Before, I want to say maybe 5 or 10 years ago, I would still get called. People would still, can you do this or run the air? Now that they've known with my displeasure and I don't give a fuck, I'm not going nowhere. Now they finally have gotten it where I'm not bothered at all. You know, I mean, like, I'll get an occasional.
You're having a heart attack. Fuck you, bitch. Die.
Yeah, or I get occasional text from about the Steelers or even yourself, which I ignore because I'm immersed in this shit. Like I'm not even trying to look at my phone. I want to put my shit on the charger.
Oh,
and
yeah.
The only time I'm glancing at my phone is if I ain't gonna say not even after one of my players pops off. I might wait until like maybe 3 or 4 players pop off, or after maybe 1 quarter or 2 quarters, then I want to get an update because I can't sit there and I'll never see the football game if I just keep like every play. Like I check pretty much quarter to quarter type of basis. Games is over, so on and so forth. But yeah, if you send me texts on Sunday, most likely I'm not going to respond to them, and you've seen that happen.
Oh yeah, and understand, I'm well aware of that. So I will just send you things as they come to me, knowing that you'll eventually see them and comment probably the next day at some point mid morning. And yeah, so I'm well aware of the process, and but also Trent Irwin, what the fuck?
I told you. I knew it. Like, soon as I learned that the last time that T. Higgins wasn't playing, I was like, man, for some reason, this what did you call him? You called him the crocodile hunter or some shit?
Yeah, it's fucking something. I don't know.
I was like, I noticed that his fucking production picks up when T. Higgins ain't playing. I didn't know he was going to be the first touchdown out the gate, but I had a feeling that he was going to score a little sneaker. Turns out it didn't fucking matter, but it still was something that, like I said, fantasy is the ultimate I told you so sport.
Yep.
So for that little bit of time, I was elated because I fucking told you
and
so.
as soon as it happened, I was just like, fucking Trent Irwin, there you go.
I was in here screaming for him like I knew him my whole life. I was like, way to go, Irwin, baby! I was snapping, yeah. Yep.
Well, and I don't and T ain't playing Thursday, so he may
guess who's
pop
getting
off
trotted
again.
out again? Mr. Irwin.
Well, I think, like I said, Thursday is going to be a fun game, divisional game. I feel like it's going to be a low scoring kind of, hard hitting affair. Obviously, start up everyone that you would normally start up. Like,
all eligibles. Of course, Chase. I mean, as far as everybody, don't fall for those injuries and all that shit. If they say the motherfucker's playing and you don't hear a snap count, even sometimes if you hear snap count, you got to trust your studs to be the studs. Jamar Chase, a lot of motherfuckers got scared, talking about he had a backbone. This motherfucker catches a bomb and drops like $124 in a touchdown. Can you imagine if you sat that on your bench, how pissed you would be?
That's your fault for that motherfucker could be half dead. I'm like, Chase, fucking roll out. Let's go.
They could tell you that we're gonna only play him once a quarter. You're gonna be like, fucking let's start him up. I'm banking on a catch per quarter off this motherfucker.
He may fucking pick up a fumble and shit. Fucking go, let's go. That is money. Guaranteed 60 yards. Let's go.
Yep. So yeah, Chase. Like I said, I'm trying out Irwin. Tight end. Yeah. Tyler Boyd gets the uptick. Whoever has Tyler Boyd. I don't know any other. Mixon is definitely a bigger threat out of the backfield. Yeah. And of course, you're starting Joe Cool.
Yep.
That's it for the Bengals. Eligibles for the Ravens. Of course, Lamar. Who doesn't? Andrews. Who doesn't?
Yep.
Pick the carousel in the backfield. The only two I would trust, really the only one I would trust is Gus, but because Keaton Mitchell has shown me 2 motherfucking weeks, I guess I would find a spot for him. Hill, fuck him. The other running back, I don't even know. Fuck him. Wide receivers, Zay Flowers, employ him. Bateman, taking a chance. Beckham, you're taking a chance. And for those of you that are super deep, that want to go Nelson Aguilar, fucking asshole, but he's a possibility. He somehow gets in the end zone. I don't understand it. So I don't understand Baltimore's receivers, just like I don't understand Baltimore's running backs.
Nobody understands Baltimore.
The only 2 consistent plays is Lamar and Andrews,
which are actually the least consistent, which is the fucking most ironic part of it all. Except for, it's like, because you expect big things. Like, they still do well, but like they're not doing what you expected them to do.
And for those of you that may be watching this and are not in our league that do start defenses, you could start both defenses and you could start both kickers. Because you never know. That dude Everson can kick them, and he can score. Justin Tucker's pretty much the greatest kicker to put on a uni. And then you could start the Baltimore's defense is known for getting you turnovers. So is Cincinnati. So it's going to be a slobber knocker game for sure.
It is divisional. And now watch, we say this, it's going to be like fucking 60
38
to 45
to fucking 37 and shit.
Which would be glorious, really. But
yeah.
We win either way there.
But the old games recently have been almost like Steelers Ravens games where, it's a slobber knocker. It's going to come down to 3, maybe 7 points at the most. And it's going to be a hard fodder.
And plus it's Thursday, so we already know what's good there.
Yeah. Yep.
But, all right. Well, look, we will see y'all tomorrow. for the X's and O's, you motherfuckers better show up. So we got to figure out a draft, but I do have one idea because I saw something once again. Twitter invoked ideas. I want to talk about kind of celebrating in sports, kind of like flexing on people. Like I got in this like weird argument about like they showed this kid that like just pimp jobbed a fucking home run, just pimp jobbed it, and did a sexy little bat flip. It was beautiful, and people were like,
just hand the ball to the ref. I hate those motherfuckers.
It's like arrogance. I'm like, you can't teach arrogance, and it's arrogant for 414. I'm like, have you ever seen kids? They want to. These are heroes. Like he emulated a bat flip.
So we're gonna talk about it because you would think as you got older, I want to see less celebration, but I got one particular player that I've changed my whole opinion of. When they were active in the game and they were
don't say the name. Let that be the
teaser, motherfucker. When they were active in the game and they were showboating in the NFL as a player, I probably wasn't as supportive. But as they got older and they showboated, I'm all for them. I'm behind them 100%. And the motherfucker is now a coach. So, I mean, it's like years. I don't know. I would think as I got older, I would be less in favor of celebration. It's the exact opposite. Let these motherfuckers do their thing, you know.
That's just one of the topics tomorrow. We'll come up with something else too in a draft, but I don't know. I feel like that's going to be a bit of a passionate, animated conversation because I feel like we're both on the same side of this, and I found myself super passionate about this thing, and I'm just like, this is.
Well, I mean, that kind of goes back to remember one of your conversations where, you know, we talked about, you know, in sports, you hate the interviews being so drab.
Yes.
After they fucking played the game of their life and we just gave it 110%. And they ain't supposed to get out of pocket or say anything. Like, it's boring as fuck. Like, yeah, I'm past that era of hand the ball to the ref. Fuck that. Before you hand it to the ref, motherfucker, y'all do a little celebration and do a motherfucking bowling ball, knock on all the pins and all. Have some fun. Fuck that.
Yeah. Yep. You're a kid. At the end of the day, you were a kid. You grew up. You wanted to do this. You now get paid a boatload of money, and at the end of the day, you're still kind of a kid at heart.
For me, it's the level of difficulty. It's once you get to the top level, it is no longer that easy to get there. So once you get there, fucking Cam Newton the fuck out of it.
Yeah.
Damn, do everything. Shit, I don't give a fuck.
Have fun.
Yep.
All right. So that's tomorrow. We'll see y'all then, and we'll see you again on Saturday with the 11 kind of preview and see if we were right about Thursday. Who knows? All right, kids. So take your vitamins and
take your vitamins. Yeah. For those of you that don't have physical vitamins, eat your King vitamin.
Listen, cop yourself some Flintstone vitamins, not the chewy ones, the old school ones that are chalky.
The old ones, they taste like motherfucking Tums and shit. Yeah, but they were fruity. I used to fuck those things up as a kid.
I love Tums.
Just like, remember we talked about those cough drops, those Luton ones, the cherry ones that ain't supposed to. Oh, man. I used to fuck up those little Flintstone vitamins, yo. They were good.
And now I think this is why we're all fucked up as older people because we're like, we eat too many vitamins. We all have fucking deficiencies and shit.
Oh boy. Shit. All right, everybody.
All right, guys.
Good luck to you on your week 11 unless you playing me.
Yeah, fair.